Josiah. Josiah, you'll take the ministers. And then Justice, you take the other group.
No speaker. No speaker.
Oh, yes.
Please, only 10. Yeah? Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay, as previously indicated my name, so this is the heart of our operations. So we've got 3 types of discipline in terms of our equipment. They call it CNS, which is communication, navigation, and surveillance. And then there is a 4th one which does not appear there. We call it display system. So all the system that we have both in the perimeter of the airports and outside in remote areas by ICAO and manufacturers, we are supposed to have back indication so that we know the status of the equipment. ICAO, yeah. Of course, we'll also use our own local regulations, of course, taking guidance from the ICAO. So all the system are through the data links that the CEO was talking about. They get imported from the station. All the station is into the server room there or the equipment room. From there, we display all the statuses. So these screens that you see here, we use them to control, to monitor, and to configure. Of course, there are limitations where sometimes you may need to go to the site to interact with the equipment. So even in operation, that side where the ATC are, all data comes here, get processed, and then get imported to the ATC. When it gets to the ATC, in terms of the radar, it become a target. Yes, it's a plot that now you can see. It's like a video camera that now you can see where the targets are. Yes, so in a nutshell, those are the systems that we have and the setup that we have here. So there is quite a lot of intensive coordinations among different stakeholders. For one aircraft to take over from here in Joburg to another country or locally, it will start with the plane filing a flight plan, and then the day, if it is commercial, then in Joburg, Cape Town, Durban, they will then apply for a slot. Then many airlines, they love the prime slots. They know what is the prime slot, so they will buy those slots. And then from there, you start having aircraft lining up and queuing up, and based on those slots that they've bought, you can then book a ticket online. And then from there, it's all about an aircraft interacting with navigational equipment, an ATC communicating with it, using radios and the radars. And then the rest is a successful trip. Yeah, that's about it.
Marc, on a une préoccupation ici. Parce que moi j'ai une seule question de savoir comment ils font leur collaboration avec l'OACI, parce que chez nous là ils sont.
Okay, the minister was just trying to ask the director if he's got anything to say. But he's got only one preoccupation in terms of collaboration.
Je sais qu'ils sont soumis à l'audit, mais tous les jours avec la collaboration, ça se passe comment? Parce que moi j'ai comme l'impression qu'on a que des injonctions qu'on reçoit, maintenant rien du tout. Je ne sais pas comment ils collaborent avec l'OACI.
Je ne sais pas si il peut répondre.
Mais c'est là que je pose la question.
So the minister is
Merci
asking you
d'en
the question.
Tout à fait.
He's asking you a question, but looking at the director. So the question is asked to you. He's asking
En fait, comment ils font leur collaboration avec. Je sais qu'ils sont membres de l'OACI. La collaboration.
knowing that you're a member
Pour
of
certifier ce qu'ils font.
how is your collaboration with AKEO
Ça
in
se passe
terms of
comment? Est-ce qu'ils
certifying?
attendent seulement l'audit ou
How
bien
do you wait for
il y
the
a le
audit to
contact
come,
seulement?
then you start working? How is the collaboration with AKEO?
No, based on the guidance that are set out for each and every equipment or set of equipment, we follow those guidelines and follow the recommendation of ICAO. And where ICAO is silent a bit, then we follow the recommendation of the manufacturer of a said equipment. So by the time ICAO come and check, we've already put our processes in place and complying with them. And of course, it's not only ICAO that audit us. We also have our own internal safety audits. And we also have the Civil Aviation Authority that come and look at our matters in preparation for the ICAO audit, but also for the purpose of safety.
I think we can go to the next station, then to the next area.
Okay.
Because of time, we need to manage.
Okay.
So we're going to change with
The group that went that side.
Are we going to do the information? What do we do? Labo Laila Bukone. It sounded off.
no, because we took it out from the speaker and then we took it directly to the camera.
Oh, so it was still.
Yeah, it was still fine, but directly to the camera.
Okay, you can follow me to the ATC hall.
So we're moving to the air traffic control
want to start with oceanic and then we can go in. I will inf- Yeah, please, because of security reasons. Yeah. If I may, CEO, yes. So this is our oceanic airspace where we control air traffic above the ocean. I think it's 13. I think it's 13% of the ocean. Is quite big. So how we control traffic here is we make use of the high frequency radios,
Nous utilisons la fréquence, la grande fréquence radio,
which is for audio.
ce qui est pour l'audio seulement.
And then we also have the system called the CPDLC.
Nous avons aussi un système qu'on appelle CPDLC.
The CPDLC is like your WhatsApp. We send text between pilots,
C'est un système qui est semblable au WhatsApp. Donc nous envoyons les messages au pilote.
between pilot and controller, pass information. But not all aircrafts have got the capability for CPDLC. So those without it, we'll talk to them with the high frequency radios. And high and above the CPDLC link, we also have a package, they call it ADC. ADC is contract, it's surveillance. That is what is enabling us to see traffic above the ocean. Because you'll imagine our radars will not be able to cover the whole. So collectively, these three systems, they give us the oceanic airspace control. So each international traffic that leaves South Africa or come to South Africa, as soon as it leaves lands, it jumps to this. I don't know if there's questions, but that's about it on the oceanic.
Let me just add. What he spoke about CPDLC, as is, it's a communication system. It's based on digital systems. We still have aircrafts that are using analog. And the analog uses HF communication. So over time, we're going to take away the HF communication system. As most of the aircraft are now migrating to digital. So our oceanic space, digital, sorry. Our current
Traffic in the oceanic space.
We're gonna wait. Yeah, we're gonna wait. Huh? Should we continue? Yeah. We can continue? Okay. So the oceanic space is the space around here. That's our oceanic space. That's a 6%. That 6% that we're responsible for. Yes. So going back to the digital and analog, on the oceanic space, we mostly use HF, which is high frequency communication system. Thank you. All right. We're going to leave this area. I think the benefit that we have not shared is why is it important to look at oceanic and what's the benefit?
How do you control those all the aircraft that are crossing around the ocean? Do you have you got a system where or reflectors that will show that there is a plane going? How do you cooperate with them or work together to know that there is a flowing of aircraft?
So there will be a flight plan that has been approved on our site. And as soon as they get into our airspace, we use the ADS-C system for us to be able to. It's a satellite-based system that if you have a receiver in your aeroplane, then we have subscribed to this service via international service provider that then extract that data, send it to us here. Yes, so it is a strictly satellite-based service. Doesn't have the ground system. But high and above that, we also have our own satellite services locally that our partners in SADC region, I think ASECNAN, those region uses our VSAT network to fly their flight plan and other services. So the coordination will happen through the VSATs with our SADC partners.
Maybe to talk about ADS-C that you spoke about. A stands for automatic, dependent broadcast, which is live, real information that comes from the satellite. That's very. It's okay. We're gonna go this way, and that's where we've got. Maybe what we need to do is just to talk briefly about this area. We're not going to stay long. We've got employees that are, communicating with the pilots.
Just if I may, we want.
They can walk about.
We want as be but if I may explain to you,
If you can just explain from here, then once we go there, just to make
Walk
it around.
right. So these consoles you see this side, they are area control sectors. So they are responsible from the aircraft from flight level 145. So this is about 14,500 feet up to 46,000 feet. 46,000 feet.
What do you mean by these figures?
So the airspace we control, we literally use the explanation that it looks like a cake put upside down. So aircraft are controlled in lateral, meaning space both left to right, and from ground to the top level. In this air traffic control center, we have the tower controlling up to about 3,000 meters above ground. And then from there on, we have from flight level 90 up to flight level 145. So this is 14,500 feet above ground level, roughly. So that's where they stop the second center. This is the consoles that are sitting on the other side. So these consoles this side then controls from that level, 14,500 feet, up to the 46,000 feet. Right. And they are called Johannesburg FIR. So in South Africa we have 3 FIRs, so that's Johannesburg FIR, Cape Town FIR, and the Oceanic. So they are controlling the rest of Johannesburg FIR. It's up to Upington area, from Musina right up to Upington. So where we were coming from with technical support, they make sure that the controller here is able to talk to an aircraft in Musina, for instance, up to Swaziland and Mozambique. Through that data link we've spoken about, the CEO spoken about. So these consoles, they are responsible for that airspace, and the other ones on the eastern side, they are responsible for the immediate environment around the airports. Okay.
We the consoles that we're changing, the technology that we're changing here. The consoles are going to be changed. Let's explain that.
That's the one in the tower only. Yeah.
But we also okay. We're gonna talk about it.
So that we'll talk about it in the tower, in the tower.
Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you. So these are all the airspaces that we are controlling. That represents an aircraft is flying, and this is the information around that aircraft. It's the call sign, SAFE, it's a flight. It shows him what level the aircraft is. It shows him what they're coming to land, they're coming to Joburg. It shows him how fast is it flying. So this is the airspace we are controlling. This is in the continental, over the land. That side we saw over the ocean. So you can see all the aircraft with our radars. We can see even in Botswana. We can see one in that other one in Zimbabwe, and this would be Mozambique, Swaziland, and yeah, Lesotho be down there. So all of these aircraft we can be able to see, and we can. No, we won't be able to see DRC. No, we won't be able to see aircraft in the DRC. But if we use our space-based ADSB, we can, if we have authorization from.
Si nous utilisons notre système, nous pouvons voir les avions en Airbus ici, on a l'autorisation de votre Excellence.
And also, in terms
Bon, chilien, encore, il n'y a pas de. Anyway, you will sign an agreement, so there's no problem. Okay. So you will get it after.
Just to indicate as well what we are
Juste pour indiquer
wanting to do for the continent.
ce que nous voulons faire pour le continent.
If one country is in a state of catastrophe,
S'il y a un pays qui est dans l'état catastrophique,
we would need to create backup systems in other countries.
nous voulons créer un système de backup dans ces pays-là
Yes, so that we are able to assist
pour que nous puissions être en mesure de les assister s'ils sont dans le
for
problème
disaster recovery.
pour recouvrir les désastres.
And we are therefore looking at virtual towers
Nous sommes en train de regarder aussi les tours virtuels.
so that in Johannesburg we can control all towers. in
Donc à
the
partir de
country.
Johannesburg, nous pouvons contrôler tous les tours de contrôle à travers le pays.
We can go that way.
That way, yeah. This way.
You can lead.
Okay, all right. Let's go.
We're going to the town.
Oh, I thought you were going to show them the restroom. It's fine. You can go there. You wanted to show them the restroom? Oh, that means there's somebody here, so that's this one.
The restrooms.
Okay, I think most of them are locked because they are using them. Yeah, they are locked, yeah, but it's... So they just put a bed in here and then the controller comes here.
Non, il n'y a pas de problème. La directive, il faut pas trouver des explications. On n'en a pas.
Flying through our airspaces. Good morning. Is it possible you can put up the screen? How are you guys? Yeah, good. So here in this center, we are looking at our airspace overall, and we are making all those sectors we've seen there. They are checked and monitored from here to make sure
Donc le monitoring ou bien le contrôle se passe par ici pour qu'on soit sûr que
that each of those sectors are not overloaded with traffic.
donc, tous les secteurs-là ne sont pas surchargés.
And it's the first step in making sure that there are no
Ça, c'est
major
déjà la
delays
première étape pour qu'on puisse regarder comment
around the
on
country
contrôle sur l'étendue de la République.
for aircraft flying both in the country and going outside the country.
So you will know the frequency of aircrafts to our airports, for instance. You will know, for instance, that there's more traffic or less traffic.
Yes.
You can tell us that post-COVID-19 traffic has improved or it has.
Yes.
What is the situation?
So the situation now is that we are on the it did decline during the COVID-19, but we are now on recovery. At this specific airport, we're sitting at 92% of the previous pre-COVID-19 traffic
Il
levels.
y a d'autres aéroports spécifiques. Nous sommes là au niveau en termes de pourcentage, 92%.
However, there is a little
Comparativement.
change in the type of aircraft prior COVID-19 and now.
Et il y a aussi les modèles d'avions qui ont changé aussi pendant la période de Covid et actuellement.
We do have a slightly more amount of smaller
Nous avons
aircraft
maintenant beaucoup plus de petits
that are
avions
flying.
qui survolent notre espace
This is because of the passenger numbers that are reduced.
parce qu'il y a maintenant le nombre de passagers maintenant qui est pas réduit.
But the main purpose of this center is to
Mais le
look
but
at
principal de ce centre ici,
air traffic management
c'est de
capacity
contrôler
in the
vraiment
country
l'espace aérien.
and make sure that the airflow is managed
Mais être
accordingly.
sûr que nous puissions laisser.
And we deploy our resources accordingly. Our ATCs, we know which peak periods are we supposed to
Pour que nous puissions
deploy
aussi bien
based
déployer
on the
nos ressources
capacity and
pour
the
bien
activities that
travailler.
are directed by this planning office.
Pendant les heures creuses, là, nous devons
So we
nous
just
travailler aux autres.
so also the slot management is important for this office, because then it would know based on the capacity how many slots are available and what human resources and the
Donc,
systems that are available.
L'espace dans ce département est plus important parce que c'est à partir d'ici qu'on saura que non, nous avons autant d'espace pour permettre à un autre avion de venir atterrir ou pas. Ça se passe à partir d'ici.
The 90% you're talking about, is it based on the number of aircrafts or passengers?
Number of
90%
aircraft.
que vous parlez, c'est en termes des avions ou bien des passagers.
Mais c'est combien de vols, combien d'avions qui atterrissent, tout comme qui
How
décollent le
many
jour?
flights that land and fly every day? Par jour.
So Johannesburg,
Par exemple,
would be roughly 300 a day,
300 par jour.
roughly 300 to about 400 a day.
Donc
and
300
then,
et 400 par jour. À
On an
Johannesburg.
hourly basis,
Par heure,
we are able to manage
nous sommes capables de contrôler
53,
53
total 53.
par heure.
Per hour?
Yeah, per hour.
53 par heure.
Yeah.
Maximum slot of 60, I think.
Chaque minute.
Maximum slots of
il y a un
60.
prise en charge.
Yeah. So that's
Chez nous, le 21, le 20, je n'oublie pas la date, le 23.
So it's almost one plane per minute.
Yeah,
Almost.
Yeah.
Ethiopian et-
almost one plane per minute.
One plane per
C'est
minute
parce qu'on a
taking
besoin.
off and
One
landing.
is
One
landing.
landing, one taking off. Yeah.
Donc quand il y a un avion qui vole,
And
l'autre
we've
s'atterrit.
got a session.
Chaque minute.
Chaque
Chaque
minute
minute,
presque.
en moyenne, chaque minute.
Because we're not gonna go-
Très bien.
Yeah, so search and rescue, we are responsible for search and rescue under the Department of Transport.
Ils sont
We-
aussi responsables
Et recherche et
des
sauvetage.
sauvetages.
and
Ah, BPR.
Recherche, non, la coordination SAR.
Ah, coordination ça. Ok, ok.
so in this case, we are responsible for the whole of the South African
Donc, nous sommes
airspace,
responsables sur tout l'espace aérien sud-africain.
and also we assist
Et
some
nous
of our
assistons
neighboring
aussi
countries.
nos pays voisins.
Yes, in the oceans, yes.
Et pour
Let's go to the
l'espace
tower.
océanique.
Thank you, thank you.